If you're planning to apply for your LMI exempt work permit under the International Mobility Program, such as entrepreneurs, investors, or self-employed person, or even under the Startup Visa program, you need to prove significant benefit or opportunities for Canadians in your application to be approved. The significant benefit is a key factor in all of these types of work permits, which we'll be covering in this short video today. The raw truth and nothing but the truth. Expect nothing less in our videos. Quick introduction. Who am I? I'm Reza from Ringway Canada, licensed immigration practitioner, and our office specializes in helping businesses, people, and families move across borders. I'm not an actual full-time YouTuber, but I work hands-on with our licensed team, working on actual applications and communicating with the immigration departments, both inside and outside Canada, representing our clients. Why are we posting this video? These are made for the purpose of sharing our hands-on knowledge with our worldwide audience. And if you're thinking about immigrating, well, get a free email assessment for eligible applicants by filling out the form posted below this video. And of course, if you're an active immigration practitioner, reach out to us directly. We'd be happy to collaborate. We're going to do a deep dive into the significant benefit regulations related to work permits, which are issued on the basis of the Immigration Refugee Protection Regulations R205A, which states, as you see on your screen. We need to dissect this statement as per the Canadian immigration regulations and look at each key word to understand what it means and how you can approach your significant benefit work permit application as an investor, founder, or entrepreneur. Here are all the keyword components of this regulation you need to understand as we dissect them one by one in this video. Social, cultural, or economic. You have the option to bring benefit to Canada for any of these three categories. Of course, many businesses focus on the economic part only. But if there's opportunity to work on the social or cultural aspect, then of course this can be an added bonus or differentiate your application from others. If your work is going to be involved in arts, cultural occupations or activities, or some kind of bridge between Canada and another country which can create more cultural or social ties, then this can be claimed. Economic benefit is usually more about money, investment, and employment. But social or cultural is not about money, investment, or employment. It's about health, advancement, maybe even the environment. Cultural aspects would work if you're already active in this field and are already recognized. It would be difficult to claim cultural benefit for Canada if you've never been recognized or active in cultural activities or organizations overseas. Keep in mind that you can do a combination of all three or just one of these three: social, cultural, or economic. By maintaining benefit, this means your activities on your work permit will help keep the benefits Canadians already have in either social, cultural, or economic aspects. An example could mean that there's a place or organization or business which is shutting down or deteriorating, but your activities will maintain it and keep it alive for Canadians or even grow it. This could be an art gallery, a cultural center, a heritage center, or even a business which is providing a key service or product for an underserviced region or community. So the lesson here is that it does not have to be a creation of a benefit, but it could be maintaining one of these existing benefits such as facilities, infrastructure, training, services, or even employment for Canadians. By maintaining opportunities, it's similar to the previous point, but in economic terms, it signifies keeping a business afloat if the existing owner wants to sell or close it. And by buying and maintaining the job opportunities for the existing Canadian staff, you're maintaining their opportunities. Of course, an equivalent version can be set for maintaining or keeping alive an institution, organization, or a business where Canadians are involved, working, or using its services or being trained at. You can use your imagination for this. This is probably the keyword many applicants focus on, and many immigration offices as well. Of course, it's important, but it's not the only aspect of this regulation. By creating benefits, you can be offering a service or product that may not be provided yet or available all over Canada at the time of you applying. You can be creating economic benefit by employing Canadians. You can be creating benefits socially or culturally by investing or starting an activity, organization, institution that will help Canadians. Many minorities, youth, elderly, or Canadians with health issues can be included in this group. Remember that these groups are very important for the Canadian government, which are categorized as the underrepresented groups of our society in addition to Native Indians. Creating opportunities can be employment of Canadians or training of Canadians. You can create economic opportunities, which would be mainly monetary, but you can also create social or cultural opportunities if you are perhaps in visual arts, history, or other cultural activities or institutions or organizations. For social opportunities, this can be very broad and can include anything from creating opportunities for Canadians to learn, travel, explore, provide health services, or environmental opportunities. The word significant is very relative. This is the main question most applicants ask. How much should I invest? Remember that it's not all about money, but it could be if your only focus is on economic benefits or opportunities. The word significant is relative to the industry and or region and community. To give you examples, to invest in a manufacturing plant for an amount of $250,000 would seem low unless it was in a rural area. But if you're starting a coffee shop at $150,000, that could be significant, especially if it's not in the middle of Toronto or Vancouver. Now you need to consider the regions. If you're planning to invest anything under $250,000 in Toronto, Vancouver, Ottawa, Montreal, or Calgary, then forget it, unless your focus is on social or cultural benefits or opportunities which are less monetary in nature. If you go to the rural regions of Canada, you can easily get away with a $125,000 investment, but not in the big cities. Creating 2 to 3 full-time Canadian jobs in Toronto would not be considered significant, but the same jobs in a small town or rural community would be quite significant. Also keep in mind the social or cultural aspects are less dependent on investment funds unless you're creating or maintaining a facility or institution. If you really want to be successful in proving and convincing the visa officer that your plan will create or maintain significant benefit for Canadians, you need to identify key pain points for Canada. This means you need to know where and what Canadian society is missing or has less of by searching the government initiatives and the local news. Of course, remember that you could always do an LMI if your business is already running inside Canada, and you could overcome the whole significant benefit factor which is required when it's an LMI exempt program. And remember, we're always posting about these key details for business and investment migration and other immigration insights. And if that's what you're interested in, you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel, Canadian Citizens, PRs, or Aboriginal Indians. This is a key part many applicants forget and undervalue, benefiting Aboriginals in Canada. They have a lot of challenges for their communities here. The highest unemployment rate amongst all of Canada, the highest suicide rates, least opportunities for their youth, and services for their communities. Food for thought when you're doing your next project under the significant benefit factors of these LMI exempt work permits for business persons and self-employed applicants. What some applicants misunderstand about all this is that they can quickly come up with some social or cultural idea for which they have no previous track record. This is a huge red flag for IRCC. Stick to your strengths, your work, and your professional history. You can prove and maneuver around that by sprinkling some key benefits and opportunities in these various categories. You can't just say you're a digital marketer overseas and you're going to launch an art class for Canadian children in the middle of nowhere, because there's nothing in your past that justifies this. Think outside the box. Create grants, subsidies, scholarships, or opportunities to learn, train, or create internships or even workshops, just to name a few examples. All the factors have to make sense and combine with your profile, make it a reasonable application. Remember that most applicants don't start the business before they apply for the work permit, but if you do and you have the operational documents after 6 months, your chances are 10x more than if you didn't start anything yet. I'll leave you with a few judicial review federal court cases regarding significant benefit to Canada, where the officers have used this wording and reasoning to refuse these applicants. Press pause if you want to go through the text for each of these. And here's another one. Have a good read and it'll give you an idea of the insight. If you like immigration hacks, creative immigration solutions, or key analysis of immigration policies and updates, then you can click on the subscribe button for our YouTube channel. If you're thinking about immigrating, whether permanently or temporarily, you're at the right place. I can guarantee you only one point. You will know what to expect, the entire process clearly laid out for you, and all the risks identified, including costs. Our legal agreements are based on payment milestones, which are linked directly to your application progression. We do not take 100% advance payment for business immigration applicants. Our team speaks over 9 languages, and we help applicants from over 49 different countries during their immigration process. You can click the link below this video and get a free email assessment for eligible applicants only. And if you're ready to apply and you want a one-on-one session with me or any of my licensed immigration team members at Ingwe, you can also book a session directly using the consultation link in the description of this video. And of course, if you have questions, you want to test drive our knowledge, we're on YouTube every Thursday at 11 a.m. North America Eastern Standard Time in our regularly scheduled weekly live sessions, where we answer all of your immigration questions for free on the spot. See you next Thursday.